Right, hello, welcome. Hope you can hear me okay. Hope you can hear me. So I'm going to use the Swagatam Tarot today. So, today's card for me was the Hermit. It's all about that service to others, which is quite interesting with today's thing. So. Okay, so hope you can hear me. Yes, good. I can hear you clarity. Thank you very much. So we have Bart, Jaden. Welcome. Alexandra, hello. So once I've done those three, can you three please post your questions? Bart, Jaden, and Felicia. Bart, Jaden, and Alexandra. Then I will do Felicia and Sapphire. And Eldonna, of course. Make sure you've read the description box down below so you do know what's happening. Now don't forget, if you want more than just the 2 cards that I'm going to do in a reading, you can donate, which was going to give you a lot more information with the cards. Right, I'm going to use the Swagatam Tarot today. I've sort of got that sense of taking a nice deep breath, just the meditations, and that's what I've been doing today as well. I've been very much focusing on that, on the chakras, energy points. Right, so the list. Let me have a look at the list. Okay, just take a second to type it up while you guys read the description box down below. Remember, I do 3 at a time, so the first 3 will be Bart, Jaden, and Alexandra. They are the first 3, and then I will continue. Whoops, let me just type up this list. Okay, so we've got Bart, Jaden, and Alexandra to start with. Hey Katrina, you'll be after Eldonna. Ooh, interesting question, Bart. So just take a second for me to type this in. Okay, so. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look. What happens if I do this? Whoops. Just so I can move the question along. There we go. But how's my relationship with my brother so far? So I need questions from Jaden and Alexandra, please. Jaden and Alexandra, can I please have your questions? Nice deep breath, just removing all that negative energy from today, just clearing away all the debris, all the clutter, and we're just focusing on this. How's your relationship with your older brother? What do you need to know in regards to your relationship with your older brother? Let's have a look. Ooh, this one here popped out. So Bart, very interesting. We have the Strength card. So I feel like it's a relationship that you've had to really sort of use your own inner power, your own inner strength, your endurance, your stamina in many ways over the years. Whoa, something just flew out there. Ah, interesting. I do feel, Bart, and I'm going to say this, is that there are some times when things feel very heavy, there's burdens and things like that, but ultimately it's family. ultimately it's family. Does feel like things are sort of coming together. And there is that sense of him being, for you, that's someone that enables you to dream big, enables you to sort of feel like you can dip into things, try things out in many ways. So that's really importantly about. But for you, I feel like, yes, there's some challenges to the relationship, but overall you're family. And that's what's really important here. It does feel like family's important. Yeah, so yeah, I do feel like there's been some challenges to the family, and you've really had to sort of stand in your own power and sort of work out who you are as an individual here. And so it's enabled you to sort of dream big and sort of move forward. He inspires you in many ways, is what I get here with the King of Cups. Even through the challenges. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's all about family. Super, super important here with the Ten of Cups. Totally told me all about family. So yeah, hopefully that gives you some insight there, Bart. Interesting. Okay, so let me just, whoops. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, you're welcome, Bart, you're welcome. Okay, the list. We have Jaden, Alexandra, Felicia. You can type in your question as well. Right, just fixing up the list. Right, so I need questions from Jaden and Alexandra. Now I've got Felicia here. So let me type in Felicia's question. Okay, so yes, Natalie, you're added. Everybody's automatically added. For those that are new to the stream, you are automatically added to the stream, automatically added to the live, the chat, to the list within the first 30 minutes. If you're here within the first 30 minutes at the moment, if you're here within the first 30 minutes, you will automatically be added to the list. No problem at all. And I will call your name when I want your question. Okay, so do not type your questions until I ask, but you're automatically added. And you can see the list in chat, so you can see where you're if you've just come in, you're after that next person, so you'll know when your question comes up. So, let's have a look. Felicia's question. Make sure you've read the description box down below. Do not type your question in until I ask. Please do not type your question in because it will get lost in chat. You do not type your question in until I call your name, please. Please read the description box down below so you know what type of questions to ask. Because there are some questions that I will not ask. You'll have to check out the disclaimer. So, after Felicia, I've got Jaden and Alexandra I'm still waiting for. And I want a question from Sapphire as well, please. Sapphire, you can type your question in. To move that question across a bit. Okay, it's not going to show it all, but anyway. Felicia. So make sure you've read the description box below so you know what type of things. Now, normally you'll get 2 cards, and if you want more than that, then you need to check out the pinned link or the links down below in the description box, please. If you want more than just the 2 cards. Now, the reason why Bart got more than 2 cards is because he's a mod. And he's a supporter in my Hekate's Crossing Facebook page. Bart is part of that family as well. And he's one that posts, so you can check out Bart's posts in the Hekate's Crossing. Don't forget to check out Bart's YouTube channel as well, even though I know that he's not doing as many videos, but it's still there. Still one I can recommend having a check out. Right, Felicia. How does the agency, when he reviewed, so what do you need to know about this situation? It's basically, what do you need to know about the agency manager? So you've got to think, how does he feel? Oh, he does lots of cards, tarot cards, oracle cards, readings, lots of good readings. He does readings and things like that. It's all about the cards. Okay. Thanks, Jaden. I'll do your question next. Okay, so what do you need to know about this situation? Let's have a look. Oh, 9 of Pentacles tells me that it feels like you'll be a benefit to the... You could be a benefit. Could be a gain to the company here. Still some choices to be made. It does feel like there's some choices to be made in regards to the connection, in regards to the job. We're talking about the job, the review for the job. Okay, but it definitely feels like you could be a gain to it. A gain to the job. So it's a good sign. It feels like there's a job. It feels like you could be a benefit to the job, but there are some choices yet to be made. Okay, there are some choices yet to be made, Felicia. Okay, next. Okay, Jaden was way ahead. So let's do Jaden here. Now, who are these people sending negative energy my way? Okay, so you want to know, what do you need to... Now, why are you letting them? Jaden, the best question here is, what can I do to keep myself safe from negative energy? Jaden, don't give them the power. When you dwell on this negative energy, this is what you're going to draw into your life. You're going to draw this negative energy into your life because that's what you're focusing on. You're focusing on, oh my God, they're sending me negative energy. Stop. Take a deep breath. What can you learn, or what can you do to protect yourself? Okay? Or to move away from this negative energy. It doesn't matter who's sending you negative energy because you're not going to let them worry you. They're not the toxic people. Yeah, well, then you need to go to the doctor. Just because you've been feeling unwell, it doesn't mean people are sending you negative energy. You are. Because you've asked that question, you're focusing on that negative energy, Jaden. So you need to go to the doctor. If you've been getting headaches and you're feeling unwell, then you need to go to the doctor. Okay? If you've been feeling unwell, it's not because someone's sending you negative energy. Don't give them that power. Okay? It's important here. So that's a question that I cannot answer. No, it's not the evil eye at all. You're dwelling on it. You're bringing it into your focus. This is your focus. Evil eye, someone's giving me the headache. So, I've got a headache, so someone must be sending me negative energy. Yeah, that's because this is what you're bringing into your life. You're bringing it in, Jaden. It's not a question I cannot answer who is sending you negative energy, because nobody, you have to go to the doctor. You have to go to the doctor about it. You have to go and get some treatment. Okay? Go and get some treatment. It is not the evil eye. You are dwelling on, you're bringing it into your energy. Yeah. No, it's not something that I'm not going to bring in that energy. What can you do to protect yourself? The normal stuff, Jaden. What can you do to protect yourself, to take care of yourself? Go to the doctor. Let me see, how am I going to do this? I'm just trying to work out how we can do this. Okay, let's see, what can I do to protect myself from... What can I do to protect yourself? Okay, what can you do to protect yourself, Jaden? Create boundaries. It's the first card that sort of stood out to me. The words were about creating boundaries. About, it's interesting, I get that connection about your mind and your heart. Making sure you stay in alignment within yourself. That's interesting. CT scan and nothing. Okay, make sure that you are in alignment with yourself. Make sure that you are able to protect yourself. Have boundaries. It's connecting your mind and heart. I think you really need to connect your mind and heart. You need to get into alignment. You need to, this is what's sort of standing out here with the heart here. Seems to have that connection, that yin and yang energy. It really is about allowing yourself to have the boundaries. I think you need to have those boundaries there. Okay, so that's super important. So I just get that sense of just making sure you're in alignment with your heart and mind. I think you just need to protect your heart and mind, make sure that you're in alignment within yourself. You've got that sense of boundaries. Just the normal protection. You could use crystals, sea salt, Himalayan salt, sea salt, incense. Use the sense of crystals, black crystals to repel any sort of black crystals, and that are really good to protect yourself. What else is there? Clear yourself with clear quartz, snow quartz, any sort of anything that gives you that sense of purity, that sense of cleansing away the negative energy. Okay, so you just got to get yourself into alignment with your heart and mind. Get yourself protected with your salts, your incense, crystals, talismans, anything that gives you a sense of protection. The mirror, Jaden. Just your normal everyday things. You should be waking up, protecting yourself from any sort of energies. Like I get up in the morning, I do my meditations, reflection. I use white sage incense. I'm talking incense sticks, white sage incense sticks. I do use crystals around me, you know, sea salt, Himalayan salt around me. It's all about having the rose quartz crystals. All those things are going to help. Okay, sapphire. Okay, so let's have a look. I think it's important that every day you wake up and you just automatically do that protection. I visualize a mirror sending back any sort of negative energy or negative thoughts that anyone has towards me. They have the mirror, it's sent back to them. I think it becomes an automatic thing. I think because I do it automatically that I feel like I am protected. I get the angels, my deities, the guides, my guides with me every day. It's an automatic habit. And that's the only way to sort of get yourself, make sure you stay protected. Hi, everybody's automatically added. Don't forget you're automatically added to the list if you're in here within the first 30 minutes, half an hour. Hi Katie, how are you? Okay, don't forget, I'm only doing 2 cards for people in the reading, except for the mods. And if you're part of the Ko-Fi family, of course. So it's 2 cards for your readings. If you want anything more than that, you want to know more information, then don't forget donations there as well. Okay, Sapphire, what do we need to know about your financial loss? What do you need to know about it? What can you do to improve your finances? Oh, these 2 cards stood out really quickly. Okay, so Sapphire. Interesting. 5s. It's all about overcoming the challenge. So the first thing you need to do is with 5 of Cups is look at what are you actually focusing on in regards to your budget, in regards to your finances. What are you actually doing here? What are you actually focusing on, which is certainly important. I think it's very important to make sure that you are having this sense of, I get it very much about toxic thoughts. With the 5 of smoke coming in as well, I'm getting a sense of poison thoughts, toxicity. So it's very much about what are you focusing on in regards to your finances. You need to be very aware of your thoughts, your ideas, your connection to your finances. Super important here to have that sense of where you are, what's really important here. So it's really, yeah, I just keep getting the sense of just, you need to be a little bit sly, you need to be, yeah, I think you need to be a little bit cautious in regards to your finances. You do need to make sure that you're, I get a sense, now, I've only got the 2 cards, so they're basically saying that you need to be very careful about your thoughts, your ideas in regards to your finances here, your emotional connection to your finances. Why are you spending the money? Why are you not able to put away $1 or $2 every week? I find I put $5 away every week into an account. Now that $5, yes, it takes a bit of time, but it builds. Some weeks I might put in $10 and put a little extra in. But I try and put away $5 every week, and it's amazing how quickly that grows when it's consistent, you know, and it does feel like I'm putting away something to help with the finances overall, So things feel a little bit easier, and then I can buy any decks I want, or, you know, it's all about putting away a little bit of money every week so that you can have that sense of achieving something that you want for yourself, so you feel like you're getting out of any things. So it's all about, what are you focusing on in regards to your finances? What are you focusing on? That's the big thing that you need to think about, and that's something that you need to dive into, Sapphire, is to think about very carefully, is about why are you focusing on the financial losses? How can you get out of it? You need to think about what you can focus on in regard to that situation, and what you can do to achieve the results. What action can be taken here? Super important. Okay, so next on the list was, let me have a look. Right, Eldonna. And then Katrina. So Alexandra I haven't done. Alexandra I'm still waiting for. Eldonna and Katrina. So I don't know if Eldonna's there. Typed in. I can't see Eldonna's question. Okay, so while I do, okay, so I'm going to do Katrina's. Waiting for Eldonna, but... Okay, Katrina. Okay. Okay, it's not really gonna, if I do that, okay. Oh, you want general? Okay, cool. Moving the... Not the easiest thing to do, but... Okay, Katrina. What do you need to know? Oh, okay. Okay, Katrina, what have we got? Okay, you need to look at what are you holding on to in regards to the relationship. Okay, very important. I know you're at a crossroads here. There is some major decisions to be made about the direction you're going to go in. Okay, so it does feel like you're holding on to maybe hope, or holding on to something that might not serve you well. Okay, it's that sense of holding on to something that's not going to serve you well. Okay, it's not going to serve you. And so you feel like, I get that sense of that you're at a crossroads. You've got to find a sense of inner peace with yourself. There's that sense of being, I think you need to look at what are you holding on to in regards to this relationship? What are you hoping for? Is what I'm getting here. It does feel like you're at a real crossroads. You've got some major decisions to make. And it's really up to you to decide in the direction that you're actually going to. Okay? So you need to think very carefully about what are you actually holding on to. So just keep getting, what are you holding on to that does not serve you well? There's something that you need to actually let go of. You need to let it go so that you can move forward in your own journey here. So you need to find a sense of inner peace with yourself. I think that's the only thing that you can do in regard to this new guy here, Katrina, is to look at what are you holding on to? What are you hoping for in regards to this relationship? And how do you find a sense of inner peace within yourself? Okay, there's something that you need to let go of. Okay, stop holding on so tight to something. Surrender. Something to sort of think about, Katrina. Right, Aldona. General. Everything takes a moment to do. Okay. Okay, what does Aldona need to know? Ooh. Okay, Aldona, what have we got? Ooh. Eight of Smoke can talk about a sense of a loss. Sometimes something that's good for us, too much of it is not. Okay, too much of something cannot be good, may not be good for us right now. So you've got to look at what are you indulging in that may feel as though that you're not, it's not so good for you. And we get the sense, I just feel like, yeah, it feels like there's something that's a loss, that you're dealing with a loss of some sort. I have that sense. It's time for you to sort of take it easy, take care of yourself, relax, enjoy the moment. It feels like you're dealing with something that's a loss, or feels like something that is not good for you right now. It's not good for you. So it's important that you take care of yourself. You really sort of, take care of yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Don't be so harsh. Don't be so critical. I think it's about really sort of nurturing your mind, body, and spirit. Time for you to really sort of take some moments to take care of yourself. That's super important, Aldona, right now. Feels like you need to sort of step back from everything, step back from the chaos, step back from the loss, step back from everything that's weighing heavily on you, that does seem to be, I just feel like you just need to take care of yourself. Just be gentle, be kind to yourself, take it easy. Don't get, just try and be still. Get a sense of being still. Yeah. Okay, so hi everybody that's come in. Yes, you're here. Now let me just work out who's on the list and I will do. So I've got Amira, Alexandra and Amira. Okay, let me just retype this list so I can work out. Now, you might wonder why Caitlin's away while Night Daughter is at a concert. She's travelling at a concert. So, Alexandra still hasn't typed in a question. Right, so let's just put that there. Sorry, Alexandra, and who did I say? Amira. Then I've got Natalie. Natalia. Ariona. Ariona, right. Antonella, All About Maine. KT. And Mary. And we have a list closed. Okay. So we've got the list. Alexandra, Amira, Natalia. Okay. Then I will do Ariona, Antonella, All About Maine, KT, and Mary. And the list is now closed. So anyone that comes in now will have to will be donations. That's the free list done. Okay, so now I'm just wrapping up the current list. Okay. Okay, so who am I waiting for? So I've got Amira, your question. So Amira, Natalia, and Ariona. Amira, Natalia, and Ariona. Oh, okay. So how do I word this? Let me have a look. Natalia. Let me see how I can word this in a short way. What can you do? So your question is basically, what can you do to be able to have a great marriage with everything that's gone on? Okay, Natalia, let me have a look at this. Okay, let me type this in here. Oh, okay. So, what can I do to be able to move ahead? Whoops, might help if I spell ahead properly. With my husband after everything. Okay, so. Get rid of that for a minute. So, what can I do to be able to move ahead with my husband after everything? Remember, because I'm only getting 2 cards, that's why I have to think very carefully about your question, because I need the answer in 2 cards. If you want to know more information, don't forget to check out the pinned link down below, or the pinned link, or the links down below, if you want to know more about how you can get more information, more cards for your reading. Or how we can look at it a bit deeper. Okay, so what do you need to do? Ooh, interesting. Queen of Wands. And I get the sense of being independent, being powerful, being dynamic energy, having the courage to do what you need to do. That's how you can move forward with your husband, with everything. It's about being able to move forward with confidence, with that sense of independence, with the sense of, I think it's about remembering why you fell in love with him. I think it's about memories of the past, the good memories. It's about remembering the good stuff of the past. With Six of Cups, it's about remembering the past, memories of the past. That's really important here. So if you can remember why you fell in love with him and have that confidence, that energy to be able to move forward, to have that sense of being able to forgive him, to be able to move forward on the journey. It's about remembering why you fell in love. I think you have to look at the memories of why you fell in love. That's what I'm getting here with memories of the past, is why you fell in love with your husband to first with. That's the only way that you're going to be able to move forward, is by remembering why you fell in love. What drew you to him in the first place? Or what was drawn to you? He has to also remember the past. But you have to be confident in the relationship. You have to be an inner power, a sense, but you also have to have your independence, your thing. So it's all about memories of the past. If you can reflect on the memories of the past, it's going to enable you to help you move forward on the journey. Acknowledge where you went wrong too. There could be memories of the past. There's also acknowledging what went wrong and how you can change those situations. So I think memories of the past is really important here in a way, is to acknowledge it. Doesn't mean you dwell on it. It means you acknowledge what happened and how you can make the changes that you need to. And have that strength, that sense of dynamic energy, that confidence, that boldness, the passion. To have that sense of passion as well with the Queen of Wands. Passion, confidence, that sense of, that's the only way you're going to move forward, is to build that passion that you once had in regards to the memories of the past, of the relationship. So there's a lot of things to think about there in regards to how you can move forward with your husband, is thinking about that sense of passion, confidence, memories of the past, why you fell in love. What drew you together? Does that outweigh the negative aspects of the relationship? Okay, so Natalia, Ariona, Antonella, your question as well, please. So I'm waiting for Amira's question as well. So have we got Amira, Ariona, Antonella. Okay. So you're asking how someone feels. You're intruding in their own thoughts. So what do you need to know about the connection between you two? What do you need to know about? What you're doing is, when you're asking about someone's thoughts, you're actually intruding into their space. And remember, it's only their perspective. It may not be factual. So, Antonella, not a good question. If you'd read the description box down below, if you'd read the description box down below, it's very important that you've read the disclaimer. The description box down below does talk about how does someone feel about me. So you have to think about this question. What do you need to know? And remember, it's their perspective. When you're intruding in someone else's thoughts, it becomes a bit of a third party situation, because it's their thoughts. It's not about how you can move forward. Yeah, I know it's towards you, but it's only their perspective. But you're still intruding in their thoughts. You're going into their mind, into their perspective. Okay, I know it's towards you, but it's their thoughts. It's not about how do you move on. how can we do this? What do you need to know? Let's have a look. See if I can word this, if I get Spirit to give me the clarity. They don't like to intrude in other people's thoughts and ideas. It's all about, even when it's about you. Oops. It's still their thoughts, their, it doesn't empower you in any way, is what they're saying. It's sort of, it doesn't really, and if you don't really know how someone feels, if they haven't shown any interest, you know, is this a current relationship? That's the other thing, Antonella. Is this a current relationship that you're in right now with a boyfriend? Or is this someone that you're just interested, or with a partner, should I say? Or is this just somebody you've got a passing feeling towards? Is this someone that, you know, it's hard to get a very clear picture about what this is, who this person is for you. Is this a crush? Is this someone that you want to have a relationship with? Is this someone you've just a friend? Antonella, it's very important that you're very clear about who this person is and what you expect. So it's sort of a bit of a, okay, Spirit, what are you going to give me in regards to this situation? What do we know? I'm just trying to think, what do you need to, what does Antonella need to know about this situation? What it's about? Is this a relationship? Is this a friendship? Is this a crush? Someone you're interested in? Is this work related? I'm just trying to work out what this relationship is about. You know, what does it say? Because the cards have many layers, depending on what the situation is. Okay, what does Antonella need to know about the situation? Okay. Whew. Okay. Okay, Five of Swords. Sometimes it's best just to walk away. Okay, what else next? What else? It feels like it's just time to be a walk away. It feels defeated. It feels like things are not going to go quite the way you want them to. There's going to be some challenges, okay? I just get the sense of just not being interested in the way that you expect them to. Okay, it's not going to happen the way that you want it to. It's going to be some challenges to the situation. Feels like defeated is what I got here. I get that sense of it's about walking away from the situation. Sometimes it's best just to walk away from it. With the Five of Wands, it's a sense of conflict, challenges. It's not going to be the way that you expect it to. He doesn't feel the same way, put it that way. He does not feel the same way towards you, Antonella. Okay, it's time to sort of walk away. And I think that's what I was getting, which is why there was a resistance to it. Okay, it's not the way that you expect it to be. It's not going to happen the way that you expect. Okay, so Yep, the list is closed, Jasmine, Intuitive Chosen One. I'm sorry, the list is closed. If you want a reading, there is still the pinned link or the links down below. Okay, all about Maine. Okay, so I've got Alexandra, Ariona, okay, Ariona, can I have your question and all about Maine? And then I'll do KT and then Mary. Oh, good question, all about Maine. What's in the future? That's good. What lies ahead for you guys? What's possible? I'm just trying to get this question. Okay. Okay. All about Maine. Let's have a look. What's the future hold? Oh. Oh, Eight of Cups. There might be some things that need to be walked away from, that might need to be left behind in regards to the relationship. Doesn't mean the relationship itself, but I'm talking emotional stuff that might need to be left behind. To create the abundance and the self-care. I think there's some things in the relationship that may need to be left behind. Not the relationship itself, but some things of the relationship, some things that may not serve you well in the relationship, to create the abundance and the prosperity that you in your life. Okay. But I do get a sense of him being devoted. I think it's a very devoted relationship as well. So I think there's some things in the past that might need to be left behind so you can create the abundance, the prosperity that you want. I do feel as though there is a real devotion to the relationship. A real devotion. It's about looking at things from a different perspective. Make sure that you're not sacrificing of yourself in many ways. Yeah, he's an awesome... I do feel like there's a real devotion to him. So it's important that you look at things from a different perspective. You look at things from different angles. Can be quite important there. So I do get a sense of there is something that needs to be left behind, that you need to walk away from in regards to something within the relationship, but it does give it a sense of creativity, a sense of abundance, prosperity, bountiful. It does feel like he's devoted to you, though. I do feel like there's a devotion, but it's about looking at things from a different perspective there. Okay, KT. So if you are on the list, oh, good, interesting question from KT. So if you are on the list, Alexandra, Ariona, and oh, I've got Mary's question there. Okay, question. Mary, you've used a yes or no question there. Mary, I just want you to think that you've used a yes or no question. Doesn't really sort of give you any room for what do you need to do. But just to think about your question for a minute. So Ariona, Alexandra, Ariona, and Mary. Make sure you've read the description box down below. And if anyone else has come in and wants a reading. Oh, Amira, yes, I've been waiting for you. I thought you'd typed your question in. You hadn't typed it. No, I thought you'd disappeared. You're welcome. If you haven't typed your question in, you need to type it in now if you're on the list. KT. What messages does my future self have for me? Sheepers, that's me dropping the cards. Clumsy. Okay, KT, what does your future self have for you in regards to the message? What do you need to know? Oh, okay. Now it's interesting here because I get the Lovers and I get the Tower. So for you, KT, it feels like there's a lot of stuff happening for you. Feels like there's a lot of stuff being shaken up a little bit. I feel like it's a relationship that you're in. I feel like it's very much about the relationship that you're in. Something to do with choices needing to be made in the relationship, because I do feel like your relationship's being maybe a little bit shaken up in some way. Now the relationship doesn't necessarily mean a romantic one. I know it's the Lovers card, but it can be any sort of relationship that you've got there, any sort of connection, anything that asks that you make choices in regards to the people that you connect with, that you draw into your life. I think there's an understanding needed in regard to this situation, an enlightenment, a sense of being able to stand on solid ground, maybe have a sense of faith, a leap of faith in regards to the choices that you make in regards to the relationships that you have. Now, relationships can be anything. It can be with anyone. Doesn't necessarily mean a romantic relationship, an intimate relationship, but it does feel like you have a relationship that's really sort of shaken your world, if you like, rocked your world, caused barriers, it's forced you to break down some barriers, to open yourself up a little bit, to have a sense of vulnerability as you sort of move forward on your journey here. So I do feel like there's a lot of sense of taking a leap of faith, making the choices that you need in regards to relationships, KT. Seems really important there. Okay. So some things to sort of think about there, KT. Okay. For those that have just come in the door, I'm sorry the list was closed at the first half hour. Just so that I can wrap up. On my last basic readings here is Amira and Mary. Amira and Mary. Okay, Amira, you're asking about your TikTok. Okay, can I know how my TikTok is going when I start? Well, it's what can you do to make it start? What can you do to make your TikTok successful? What do you need to know? Let's have a look. And then I'm going to do Mary. Mary's is the last one here. The list is closed. So if you want a question asked, I will do any donations that slip in that slip in within the next 10 minutes. Okay, I'm not on for too much longer. I'm taking care of me. Self-care is so important here. So if you want a reading, please donate now, because I'm not doing any more free readings. This is basically, I've got Mary as the last one that was on the list. Then it said close list. Like I said, anyone that came in the first 30 minutes of the live, they were added to the list. Anything after that is no, unless you donate, because I do need to wrap up. Okay. So anyone that's come in after the 30 minutes, that's come in the last 20 minutes or so, if you want a reading, don't forget to check out the pinned links down below, the pinned links, sorry, or the links down below to donate. Okay. You can donate as little as $1 for a little bit more information. But I do need to wrap up. I do need to finish up soon. So, what does Amira need to know in regards to when they create their TikTok? Okay. Okay, interesting here. So we Ace of Cups, that sense of new beginnings. It's a new love. It's about how much you love it, how much you have that passion, or that sense of feeling, that emotion towards it. Not really passion, but more about love for it. It's all about your feelings. How do you feel about your TikTok is going to make a big difference to you being successful. You know, making sure it's not going to be a cheer. It does say it's about being jubilant, about being happy. Being able to celebrate your TikTok. That's the only way that you're going to be successful there. It all depends on how much you love it. That's going to be the big thing there. It's all about your happiness, your joy, your sense of celebrating your TikTok. That's the only way you're going to have that sense of new beginning. So when you start, it all depends on your feelings to how you're going to be successful. Yeah, well, get started, get it done. It's all depending on how you feel about it when you're doing it. That's the only way it's going to show through in your TikTok. Okay, Mary, last reading, unless any donations come through. Okay, I know Alexandra didn't type in the question. That's all I was waiting for. Okay, when you ask a yes or no question like that, it doesn't really give us a lot. It says, will you pass the test? So you ask yes or no question. My best way of doing that is working with the angels. So, will Mary pass her test next week at this time? Yep. Now, when I say yes, it doesn't mean you just sit back on your laurels and just... It means you still got to study. You've still got to do what you need to do to prepare. Make sure you eat well, drink well. It's all about that whole, you know, yes, you'll pass, so you've got confidence in that. So you know that you're going to pass. But it's all about the preparation, making sure you sleep well. You get an early night, the night before your exam, the test. Make sure you sleep well before the test. Make sure you eat well, drink well. Make sure that you are calm, relaxed before the test. Don't get yourself wound up. Interesting. We get 10 of Swords. So it tells us that when the exam ends, that it's going to give you new opportunities, new thoughts, new ideas. But it's important that you do sort of, you'll pass your exam, and it's going to give you new opportunities, or pass your test, should I say. Pass your test, and it's going to give you new opportunities. It's going to be a new beginning. Okay, it's going to be an end of something. Once the test is done, it's going to be an end of something. Things are going to be final. So it does feel like, yeah, you're going to pass. But you have to make sure you study, you nurture, you take care of yourself, you do all those things. Super important there. Okay. So that is basically it. That is it from the readings. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to check out the links down below in the description box if you want a reading. And I'll see you Saturday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. with a collab with Jackie. So that's it from me. So yeah, don't forget you can see us Saturday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is 10 a.m. here in New Zealand, 8 a.m. in parts of Australia, depending on where you are, of course. I will be on again with Jackie Evelyn. We'll be doing a collab with Oracle cards. There's no question unless you donate. If you just say yes to a card, Jackie and I will draw a card each for you. So yeah, that is Saturday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. here in New Zealand. You'll see that the link's already up. Make sure you check out my community posts. Keep you up to date with what's going on as well. So that's it from me. Thanks for being here. Whew. Don't forget, if you want to book a private reading with me, check out the links down below for Ko-Fi. Or you can find me on Fiverr as well, depending on what you want, what you need. So that's it from me. Okay. Bye. Take care.